I was at the game on Sunday and it was noticeable in the warm-up, Mo Salah didn't look like a striker, even in the warm-up, who'd scored 44 goals last year. Everything just looked slightly off, and you did wonder, you can never read too much into what's happening when they're shooting into a goalkeeper who's ready for the shot from 20 yards out again and again and again. But there never seemed to be a good connection. He seemed to scuff things, and he just seemed to drop his head from time to time. But how do you get out of it? If you're a Liverpool supporter watching that, and Salah is so important to what you want to achieve, what does Klopp do with him?
Well, first of all, the manager can only do so much for the player. The player has to do it for himself. I mean, this is the comment that Mourinho made about Pogba when he said about manager. He said, well, first of all, the manager has to do the best for himself, get the best out of himself. And, I'm only guessing now, because you can't look into anybody's head. But what we do see is not... The great thing about football, whatever is the fault manifests on the pitch. We can all see it. You can't hide it. And at the moment, he's not playing well. And at the moment, it's confidence in him. The things that he was doing last year, that was second nature to do all the various things. You don't know what's going through anybody's head. Footballers are the same as everybody. Human beings are the same as anybody else. I don't know him. I don't know him at all. But I've seen it with players in the past myself. If somebody has a great season, the pressure before they even start is on them. I've seen
expectation now.
Especially goal scorers. Your goal scorers have to relax. They have to have the confidence. They have to have a certain thing about them. I mentioned Jimmy Greaves to you. I know I'll go back over the old days. Jimmy Greaves had it. Some you win, some you lose. I'll get the next one. He wouldn't even think about it.
Didn't weigh in his mind. The second the chance was gone,
Jimmy Greaves was doing it for 15 years. You know what I mean? And Jimmy Greaves, if you look at his goal scoring, Alan Shearer got the most goals in the Premiership. Jimmy Greaves scored 50 goals more than Alan Shearer before the records were written out. And not him, Alan Clark, who played with at Leeds, arrogant bugger. Mick Jones was a sensitive lad. If Mick Jones, I'm only giving an example. If Mick Jones, if he said, come on, Mick, he'd get worse. Like you said, Alan, Mr. Chant, come on, Alan. Tell you to F off. Right? But he'd scored, if he had a chance, he was going to score the next one. Mick wouldn't. So you don't know what's going through anybody's head. Here's Salah after a great season, 44 goals. Now the pressure's on him again. Is he going to score 40? If he doesn't score 44 goals this year, he's having a poor season. Now, I'm only guessing, but this is what goes through players' heads, particularly strikers. If their confidence goes a little bit, Nathan, it's gone a lot. Like in a minute, if I played in the middle of the field, if I gave a bad pass, it didn't mean that much. You didn't want to do it. But somebody missing a chance, it tells on them.
Might have 80 passes in a game.
They might, I've seen lads say, I don't want the next chance. They'd stay out of the box. But I don't know what's going through Salah's head. But there's something.
It doesn't seem like he's hiding away yet. That he still wants to be in and around the area. He still wants to bowl in dangerous positions.
He has to be in and around there. You know what I mean? You see, the great thing about you'd see him hiding. You'd see him hiding, but you can't see what's going through his head. But what we do see is not knocking the chances in, he's knocking them a long way. So I don't know, but it's usually put down as a lack of confidence. Now, I don't think Klopp did him any favours in the first few matches where he subbed him a couple of times. I think that's the worst thing you can do for anybody whose confidence is a bit low anyway. And the second time he started, he wasn't pleased about it, because when you're taken off as a professional footballer, actually, Nathan, you're being humiliated in front of 50,000 people. That's what you feel like. And nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. So when he was taken off in a couple of matches, Salah, he would really feel bad about this. He knows he's not playing well. And here now he's being humiliated in front of...
Is it that extreme? Is it totally, the feeling that you get?
Totally. Terrible. Terrible. I was very lucky. I wasn't substituted very often. But I was playing, I came back after an injury and we were playing at Bristol in a match. And for the first time, Don substituted me. I felt awful. You have to feel bad. You're being subbed, Nathan. We've all taken for granted now. The players being subbed, we're used to it. But when it's the individual, because what you're being told is we can do better without you.
Somebody else.
Or somebody else coming on the pitch. That's what you're being told. Yeah. And nobody likes it. You see most of the players come out and they're thrown some of them come off okay. But Salah scored 44 goals last year. And now, after 10 matches into the season, the manager's saying off because I think somebody else can do better than you. I think Klopp slipped up on that with him. Because, see, we don't know Salah. You don't know him, do you? I don't know him. I haven't a clue what he's like. I don't know whether he's strong-minded, whether he isn't strong-minded, whether he can take or he can't. Don't know.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing at the moment is not good. So there's a problem for him, you know?